Okay, let's welcome former National Security Council Chief of Staff Fred Fleitz back to the show. It's great to see you, Fred. Okay,
hey,
let's move
on
to this other national. It's good to see you. Let's move on to this other story with national security implications. The alleged Chinese spy Christine Fang's extensive ties with California Democrat Eric Swalwell. Fred, you point out the gaping huge government security loophole here. What is it?
You know, it's unbelievable. I work for the CIA and House Intelligence Committee staff. In each case, I had to undergo an FBI background investigation every 5 years. They look at my finances, they talk to my neighbors, and they'd find out who my relatives were. At the CIA, I had to undergo a polygraph test and drug tests. But members of the House Intelligence Committee do not undergo any of this. They get access to the most sensitive secrets just based on being elected. And if Eric Swalwell had undergone a routine FBI background investigation, this Fang woman would have been found immediately. And I think something has to be done immediately so we make sure members of Congress are not compromised by foreign intelligence services.
So should there be a probe of this? Should there be a special counsel looking into this? Because you're saying Swalwell was not cleared by the FBI with a background security check like other members of Congress, but he can engage with a Chinese spy, and then he could see top secret information as a member of House Intelligence. Kevin McCarthy, the minority leader in the House, says he should get kicked off. He should be removed from House Intelligence. What do you say?
I think he should be kicked off, and I think Congress has to have some new rules. But let me tell you another issue here. Nancy Pelosi said in 2015, both Republicans and Democrats were briefed on this. I think they were briefed on something, Liz, but I doubt very much that they were briefed on the fact that Fang helped fund this congressman's career and that he may have had a personal relationship, a romantic relationship with her. I wonder what was really briefed to Congress in 2015. Either was information withheld by James Comey, or did they not know the whole story in 2015?
And the question is, what other politicians were targeted? Let's watch former acting director of national intelligence, Rick Grenell. He says this is a concern. Watch.
I think that there needs to be a Gang of Eight, this intelligence group investigation. Certainly, acting chairman Marco Rubio and Chairman Schiff should immediately call the intelligence committees together. They should get a confidential classified briefing on what Eric Swalwell knew and how much did he give away. Because the reality is he spent years downplaying the China threat and overhyping the Russian threat. Eric Swalwell did exactly what the Chinese wanted. We need to figure out, are there others? And I can tell you, without giving away too much intelligence, this is the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the leverage that China is putting on our politicians. There's many, many more.
All right, tip of the iceberg, many, many more. Fred, I mean, so it looks like this alleged spy got to Eric Swalwell early in his career. We got to watch the timeline here. She allegedly got to Swalwell even before he ran for Congress, even before he was put on House Intelligence. What do you say?
It was a sophisticated operation. There has to be investigation, like Rick Grenell said, and Republicans have to demand FBI background investigations of anyone in Congress, staff or members who have high-level security clearances.
Yeah, it should be pointed out that, you know, this spy, alleged spy, also got an intern put inside Eric Swalwell's office, and he was still engaging with her before the FBI said, hey, wait a second, Swalwell, you got to know about what's going on. And by the way, this is all going on while China was doing its global Belt and Road push to be the #1 world superpower. Fred Fleitz, you're great. You're going to come back soon, okay? Good to see you.
Good to be here.